Welcome, guys. It's all about wrestling. Welcome, guys. AW here. It's all about wrestling. Latest SmackDown. Latest SmackDown with your host AW Aaron Warrior. What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing good. We know the show's before Raw tonight. The Raw before Saturday night main event. Yeah, Saturday night's main event. It's this Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday is Saturday night main event. Okay. The go home show before that. Yeah, technically it's not a premium live event, but it's a big event because there are some big matches on that card we're gonna have to talk about. It's more of a stack. It's kind of a stacked. It's kind of a stacked show, right? So, but yeah, we're gonna definitely talk about that. We're gonna do preview predictions for that later in the week, not now because there's still some things that need to be solved, right? Like the U.S. title for the women's. The finals is gonna be that night, but we don't know who's gonna be in the finals yet. So we're gonna leave that off. And when we do preview predictions, we may not actually have the competitors, the actual women, because it may be on we may find out SmackDown. I might do preview predictions before SmackDown, before Friday. So the preview prediction show may not be a fully completed card. Okay, to go over with the preview and predict. Well, most of the card will definitely go over. I'll definitely go over, and if anybody would also join me for that show, you're always out on, of course. It's good to see you guys. I gotta put this in my chat, guys. I forgot to promote this, so I'm gonna promote this right now. I'm not gonna fucking answer that. Sorry. I gotta find the wrestling chat. There we go. Find a friend. I don't see anybody in the chat yet, but I hope to see you in the chat. Yeah, we may not get that much people, whatever. But we're gonna talk about some things that are interesting this week. We're gonna talk about some stuff that has caught my eye this week. Okay? It's definitely caught our eyes. We're gonna talk about this transfer bubble that WWE is talking about. Oh, here's Finbar. Yeah, he'll be right in. That's good. This transfer window between now and Netflix, right? What that means, what it means, the transfer window. We're gonna review NXT Deadline, and we're gonna go over what we think of the future of NXT based on the results of Deadline. We're gonna talk about the New Day breakup. Not the New Day break. Well, not a breakup, but a throwing Big E out of the group and turning heel. We're talking about that for sure. It feels like It feels like we haven't really gotten a discussion about New Day because lately the New Day has been for a while. They've been kind of boring. But last week was definitely stuff we have to talk about with New Day. Okay, we're gonna talk about Ray Phoenix, basically expressing his frustrations of being handcuffed in AEW, and his brother's now gone. We're gonna talk about that. Right, and so there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, Mostly WWE rise tonight. WWE rise. And here's my good friend Finbar. What's up, Finbar? Oh, the Joe Henry avatar.
Greetings, Aaron. I thought I better put this on in case Jan comes in and starts asking.
Starts asking questions.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the only place I can use the show. Are you here?
Yeah, you can see this is a wrestling show, man. It's a wrestling avatar, right? So,
And we believe.
seriously, I have to put my background again here. Are you kidding me? On this. The countdown had us. Whatever. How are you, man?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. So I did not review. I did not do it all about so I did not review Survivor Series. So maybe we could talk about that too.
Yeah, sure.
How did you find Survivor Series? Like, I found Survivor Series to be okay to like if I had to rate out 100, probably like 70, 75. I think the women's match did not need to be a War Games match. It did
Oh,
not
that
feel
was
like
so awful.
Yeah,
That women's match was so bad.
yeah, it was one of the worst. I'll be right back. Who's calling?
Aaron needs to get his secretary to deal with that.
I'm sorry, Finbar. I
That's
don't know
cool.
who that was. It's on my landline, not on my cell phone.
Why you still got a landline in this day and age, man?
Oh, okay.
If it's a scammer, just mess with them for a bit, yeah. If you can still hear me.
Okay, so Finbar, if you want to talk about Survivor Series, go ahead. Because I have to go down and get something. I'll be right back.
Jesus.
Okay,
Do it.
sorry.
Right, I'll talk
I didn't
about
know about this till now. I wasn't aware. Like,
it. Now you go. I'm going to give my thoughts on that women's match because it was fucking bad.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
want to say my thoughts too when I
Go.
get back. Go ahead. Tell
I'll
the
give you a
audience
brief
thoughts.
summary of what you miss.
Okay.
I've been saying for a long time. I've been saying for years, and I've been saying this non-stop on this show that Nia Jax should not be anywhere near a wrestling ring, let alone the main roster wrestling ring. She should be back in developmental. I think she's really clumsy at the best of times, but that really wasn't what was bad about this match. It was the chair shots. They were like, and I know Hogan is really bad at chair shots, but these ones were like Hogan style chair shots where she raised. There was one bit where she had, I think it was, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Bailey or it might have been Naomi. I can't remember who it was. She was attempting to hit, but she raised the chair up as if she was going to hit her in the head with the chair. And then I think second guessed herself and realised she wasn't allowed to do a head chair shot, and then like pivoted into a body shot, and it was the worst body shot I've ever seen with a chair, and that includes Hogan and any other worst chair shot people. The majority of the match was really sloppy. There was a lot of spots that was missed as well. I can't remember exactly all of them, but there were some that were like there was a few dives off the side of the cage or off the top ropes that people were just not, they weren't landing them. Even the best spot, the trash can over Io's head, when she did a moonsault off the top. Even that, like the why would you even do that? It's like there was no point to it, and it was like the trash can had, when she got it on, or when she found it, it was like a purple one or something, so it was marked as the one that she needed to use, and it had a rope in it already for her to like put around her neck to climb up to the top of the cage base. So it was like obviously pre-planned. So it looked ridiculous. But just like in general, it looked like the women had all went over it, come up with spots, and then when it came time to do the match, they were either forgetting the spots they were supposed to do because the match was so complicated, or they were just fucking it up because they weren't really that good or that technical in the ring. So all in all, that match was fucking awful. It's one of these ones where it got me thinking that when they're coming to do another War Games or like a Survivor Series, they don't need to have a men's and a women's if there's no story. They just shoehorned this story in with these 10 women, and they never really needed to do it. So I think in future they should have It should be organic. So the match with the bloodline, the OG bloodline and the solo bloodline made sense. This one didn't. It was haphazardly stuck together, and they should have just shit canned this one. Had one War Games match and had a separate women's match, either like a title match or even maybe a
Okay,
six
I'm
women
back.
tag. Did you hear most of what I've said about the women's match?
No.
Give me your thoughts on it. Tell me the spots that you
Okay.
liked and you didn't like about the women's match, and we'll see if they match up since you didn't hear what I said.
Okay. Okay.
What I'm saying, like in summary, I'm saying that they shouldn't have bothered with that women's match. They should have done like a tag match or a title match or something different from another War Games match.
Oh, hey, hey,
Just
DL.
because they, just because they had the men's one, they didn't need a women's one, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, DL. How are you?
What is up, fellas?
Did you hear
I
my
have
thoughts?
returned. Huh?
Did you hear my thoughts on the women's War Games match, DL?
Yes, I will get to that in 1 minute because I have to say about that. Um, I do want to announce that that next year I am going to be launching a wrestling channel. It's going to be D
Nice.
Al's Wrestling Club. So I've been wanting to start a wrestling channel for a while. I started talking about wrestling like back in my early days on my main channel, but definitely I decided to launch my own wrestling channel. I'm going to cover the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So tune in for that.
Yeah.
DL's Wrestling Club. Yeah.
Why are you
And
not merging together into one super channel and one super wrestling channel?
I have too
I
many
mean,
channels.
oh yeah, he has too many channels, and I'm
Yeah.
eventually going to have another channel as well. But if we wanted to do a
Yeah.
simultaneous stream, though, it's could be kind of odd because you're on Restream now. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely would do some collabs for sure. But yeah, so the women's war games. Okay, so I have a controversial opinion when it comes to this because I know that everybody has been saying that like they want the traditional 5-on-5 elimination matches to come back.
I don't, but
I do not. I don't. I even rewatched some matches because like they on YouTube they had like a marathon of the previous Survivor Series matches and they did the elimination stuff and I watched a good amount of those, and it just reminded me how much I don't want those to come back because like I'm sorry, the way Vince was booking those the past like 3 years when he was still in charge, 3-4 years he was still in charge, he kind of ruined that for me. So for me, war games like I will agree to an extent that the women didn't necessarily need a war games match or the story wasn't as strong as the men's, but like if it was just a regular 5-on-5 elimination match, I would get bored really quickly because like they already do so many 6 women tags, 6 men tags, and all that stuff on Raw or SmackDown. So like, why are we just going to have a regular elimination match? There was like one match I've seen recently with multi people in them that was really good. Surprisingly enough, it was the NXT women's match. I think it was like 5-on-5, 4-on-4, whatever at NXT 2300. That was the only multi-person match I've seen in a long time that I was like that actually was really good. But do
yeah.
I trust them to do that same thing on the main roster? I don't know. I
Every
feel jaded from that.
this
I do.
this smash, they felt like so disorganized. It felt like they didn't know what to do, and
They were in the same spots over and over again.
yeah, and like you could tell it was really disorganized in certain spots, like specifically the chair shots. I don't know why Trinity. Yeah, she got hit in the leg, but I don't know why when she got hit in the leg, she's like, I don't. First of all, I don't know. It's just that when she puts her hands up, right, and block her head, I'm like, Trinity's been in this business for a long time. We don't do chair shots to the head. Like they know, she knows that. And then
Oh, did you
that,
remember that spot where it's like I think Nia Jax was like trying to avoid hitting
Yeah, that's the one I
somebody?
was talking about. In
yeah,
kayfabe,
because she's well, some people think Nia Jax was doing the right thing because you're not supposed to hit in the head.
no, but in kayfabe, you can, right? In kayfabe,
Yeah,
nobody's
I know.
stopping you from hitting them in the head, but it's the way she raised it above her head and then thought, shit, I can't do this. And then
Yeah,
she pivoted and just did a kind of side slap like what
my
Hogan used to do.
problem is you fucking see Bailey after she got in position. She basically crawled and got in position for to be on her hands and legs for her
Yeah.
back to get hit. You see
They
how
were
Bailey
they were
took it, right? Like
forgetting they were forgetting the positioning that they were supposed to be in for every spot they were
Yeah.
doing. It was a mess.
Yeah, and if you hear very closely, if you watch a YouTube video, Promo J, you hear very closely. They had to yell at each other about get in the spot, get in the position, quicker, faster, stuff like this. Like it was so damn disorganized that match, and I don't know, like, and I was looking forward to that match because it was a really stacked card, especially on the face side. Everybody on the face side was a champion.
It
At some
reminds me. It reminds me of years ago. It was a Hardy Boys match. You know who was the guys that Rico managed? Do you remember Rico?
Eminem. Was
Right.
it not
I
Eminem?
think it might have been a 6-man because Rico was in the match, and I remember him being on the
Oh,
ropes.
3-Man Warning?
I don't know. I don't know who
Or
it was.
is
It's
it-
relevant because
or-
it was Rico that was doing the spot anyway, and he's standing on the ropes, like kind of
Oh,
he's waiting
wow.
on Jeff Hardy getting a position, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jeff Hardy's
I
probably
forget.
high or something, right?
It's just.
And he's waiting for him to get in a position. Jeff's not showing up, so he's doing a kind of thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm not balanced on the
You
ropes
know what's
properly."
so weird? Io did the same spot she did in the NXT War Games match. I think you were the one just talked about DL.
Yeah,
When she,
the
jumped
trash
off.
can.
The trash
spot.
can.
The thing is like, did she plan this ahead of time? So she got a trash can and spray painted like purple?
Yeah, but it had a
Like,
rope on it and all that as well. That's
yeah.
what I said. It's like it was prepped for her. Like she was waiting for that spot.
Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
really? Like wrestlers, like so wrestlers before a match or any kind of match, they make sure to put certain things under the ring.
What it's like in kayfabe as well. What psychopath is putting all these things under the ring? Like,
I know.
I'm not even talking about when it's a war games, but I'm talking about when they just set the ring up for SmackDown. And all this shit is under the ring. A fucking kitchen sink and all that is under there. And it's like, what? Who's doing
Yeah, I
it?
can't just say, oh, did they have a toilet top of a toilet? Who
Toilet
put
seat, yeah.
top of the toilet?
They're like,
Toilet
oh,
seat.
they go have some fun with this. I'm gonna put this under there. It's gonna be prepped up for them. They're gonna be ready.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I can't just say a fire hydrant, but a fucking top of a toilet? That's a fucking ridiculous. That's like, really? What kind of ring crew, ring crew person that works on the ring and all that? Besides
It's
the
not
put
as bad as the old days where they used to hide like Hornswoggle under there and stuff.
No.
I
That's
feel
like
about
a human
Hornswoggle.
being.
We had to hide under there for a long time, or somebody like Bray Wyatt had to hide under there too for some as a feed.
Yeah, and Taker as well.
Taker, yeah, it is from what they tell you, it's like it's really really hot under there.
But he says there's another guy under there when he's got like a TV.
Yeah, because they have to know, right? They have to
All
watch
the
what's going
spot,
on.
yeah. And a
right?
set of headphones to know when
But-
they're about to come out.
Yeah, the women's match could have been better. But it could have been better. I mean, I think me and Finbar picked the heel team to win, but
We
the
did
face-
it, and we got Shinsuke and the LA Knight wrong as well.
Shinsuke and Eli Drake or LA Knight. I did not see the change there.
No, we didn't, but it happened. So
Oh.
I just think Triple H is really high on Shinsuke.
Well, he
He always
better
has
be
been.
because Shinsuke's always been like not really reached his full potential, and at times when he gets pushes,
That was because of Vince, though.
he usually loses the field.
That was because of Vince, though. So when he
I
came
mean,
across in the main roster, he was underused by Vince.
They had him last year feud with Seth Rollins was champion. He was never going to win that feud. Like he was never.
I think maybe at that point he was planned to have some time off anyway, or to go and wrestle. I think he was wrestling in Noah, right? Is that when he went to
I don't know.
Noah?
I
He went to Japan, I think, and wrestled. But I think maybe he had that already coming up, so that's why he was leaving anyway.
Yeah. Was that DL?
I mean, because I do like the new gimmick that they have for him.
I do too.
It's just and I'm actually kind of happy that he won because like if he lost one more time, like he's done. He was done. So
Yeah.
it's like, and also LA Knight. I'm sad to say this, but like he hasn't been doing that much with the U.S. title. So maybe if he's doing a chase with it, it'll be more interesting and build up Shinsuke a little bit more as a heel. Maybe it'll do something for him. Or maybe like this could be a way for LA Knight to go and chase after the world title now. Like you don't even need the US title anymore, to be honest. Like have somebody else chase after the US title.
And then the third match was a solid triple threat match. Braun Breaker, man.
Oh yeah.
That guy is the future champion, world champion.
Yes. Absolutely. Do you think Sheamus will eventually win that?
I think he will at Mania.
I think Braun Breaker is going to turn face with that title.
No.
Mm,
I
They,
I don't
they did
understand.
at first, and then
Yeah,
he
lose
went
and
back
lose.
to heel, and now he's a tweener. But I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I don't think he turns face while on this run. I think that comes later.
the thing is, he's kind of getting a face pop, right? The
Yeah.
roof, the barking, like his
Yep.
father did. Um, and like he's really come on his own as a heel. When I saw him with face in NXT, he had all tools, but the name, at one point, the name was kind of a joke. But Braun Breaker, now you say Braun Breaker, you don't think it's a joke anymore. Like that name is not a
Nope.
joke anymore. It's serious. Remember? Everybody said he had all the tools to be a main eventer, but that name may not get him to that level. Nobody's talking about that anymore.
And now I'm like, yeah, like Breaker. Like when you hear that, you're like, oh shit, here you
Well, he
go.
makes that. He makes a point
He-
of saying that as well. When in backstage interviews, he'll say, I didn't need the name."
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
like
didn't need to be a starter.
Steiner.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
totally made that name irrelevant.
Yeah.
Now, like, because it could
He's
have,
made his own name. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I like that. I like that, and I'm want, I want to be champion. I do want to face Cena on his retirement tour. I do want to face Cena.
Like for
Let's see if-
the Intercontinental Championship, or
I don't know, just in general. I don't know if it's for a title or a regular match. I'd like to see that.
I mean, because like Cena's never been Intercontinental Champion, so I don't know if
My
you want to go after that.
my hot
Yeah.
take: Cena's gonna win the title.
I don't need him to be 17
I know,
times. I
and then he's gonna
don't.
lose it right away. He's gonna lose it right away.
You think they're going to put the world title on him one last time?
Yeah,
Is it against
My
Cody or
hot-
I don't know
Gunter?
if I want to see him beat Flair's record.
I think it's a Gunther title, and that's Gunther. Like the thing is, they're clearly setting up Seth and CM Punk, but are they rushing that based on Raw? Are they rushing that?
What do you mean rushing it? Like
That's
2025 is around
yeah.
the corner.
Yeah, it's true. So like, the thing is, I'll change my prediction on Cena versus Gunther because I think they knew to Cena versus Gunther. And that's a match that needs to be done. I'm like in his retirement.
The
tour.
only problem with that is they're kind of pushing Gunther into a face
Yeah, I
position.
mean Cena doesn't need to
Always.
win, but is Gunther going to be champion WrestleMania? Because if they're doing the CM Punk and Seth Rollins, I think CM Punk wants a main event. CM Punk wants a main event WrestleMania, but I think he wants it for one reason only. Not just a main event, but I think he wants it for to be the title.
It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. It's not. Like
Nah,
you
I don't
have
want
too
it. I
many
don't want that.
yeah, you have too many other storylines
There's-
going on, and like the only thing that people want to see right now is him against Rollins. Like,
Yes, I do want to see that.
yeah, I don't think
Rollins turns heel. You think he's going to go heel? I think he's
Who?
going heel.
Rollins.
Rollins.
Possibly.
Because I don't think he attacked. I don't think he attacked Jey Uso. I don't think he attacked Jey Uso. But I don't think
Well,
it's
it
Punk
was
either.
it was
It
Drew,
was
right?
it was Drew McIntyre. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Drew for sure. They had to rush that, right? They had to rush Drew because Bronson Reed got hurt. Drew was not supposed to come back.
I mean that makes sense, but
Yeah.
also, but at the same time, like what else is there for him to do on Raw? You know, like which is why like
We'll talk about the window. We'll definitely talk about that.
that. So, but yeah, it's like Punk. I know he wants the main event, but like, yeah, the story is with him and Rollins right now. Like, I don't think people are like interested right now for him to face like Gunter, for example, or whatever.
No. The thing is, people want to see Punk and Rollins, but they want to see Punk and Reigns too.
Now that is also another wrench because of what after War Games. Like,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of wrenches going on. Do you notice that? Because Cena is a wrench, The Rock is a wrench.
Anything. Some people are saying The Rock may not wrestle WrestleMania. I'm like, come on.
Dude, he's gonna be a WrestleMania.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking, with The Rock, I'm thinking, who was the guy that got beat up backstage on NXT? I don't really watch it, but I've heard that somebody got beat up backstage.
Oh, Eddie Thorpe.
Was Eddie Thorpe the one that knocked the door into The Rock's daughter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I'm thinking The Rock's going around beating all these people up backstage, and you're going to find out
can
later
you
on it's him doing it all.
Can you imagine like the Hollywood trades come up? Rock assaults this guy.
But the people that are getting assaulted are all people that are pissing The Rock off.
What's this? his daughter is his daughter ever gonna wrestle, or is this gonna be like a precision
Do
power?
we want Ava back in the ring?
Is she
No, they'll
bad?
push her to the Rock will make if she wrestled, the Rock will make her women's champion like in the first week.
Like
Is she bad?
no,
Is she bad in ring?
no,
Or-
she's still the GM. Like the one time she was in a mixed tag team with like when she was still in Schism. She was in a mixed tag team match. I think it was
Yeah,
at
with the
Stand
Joe
and Deliver.
Gacy.
Yeah, and
She was
like
not
Grant.
good.
Yeah, she was not good. Now, granted, like she didn't have a lot of time to show off her skills, but what she did show, you don't need to wrestle. You don't, at least not right now. You need some time in the performance center before you start going back into the ring again. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, wasn't she in a performance since like 2018, 2019?
Yes,
They
and
can
still,
send Nia Jax there too if they like, and then
Yeah.
hopefully
Well,
Nia
they're
Jax
related.
she just misses the performance center and goes straight out the door.
They are related, Nia and
Yeah,
and
this is
Simone.
why she got the
All
belt.
right. Also, so we got Damian Priest who lost to Gunther with the help of Finn Balor. Obviously, Gunther did not like that. Did that great drop kick to Finn Balor. Then got the pin over Damian Priest. Now at Saturday Night main event, they're gonna do Finn versus Gunther. I don't think there's gonna be winner in that match. I think I wouldn't have Damian Priest show up tonight. I would have him appear in that match because I think Damian Priest is gonna get involved in that match.
it's obvious he's
You
going
would
to
have
get
him.
involved.
You wouldn't have him show up.
Not tonight, but Saturday main
No,
event.
Saturday night's main event. He's gonna cause that. He's gonna cause Finn to lose. 100%.
Yep,
Yeah.
eye for an eye.
And I think this is what's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have a triple threat match on the first night of Raw on Netflix for the title.
Maybe, yeah. There'll be something where the three of them are in it.
A
Yeah.
triple threat match.
Yeah, because they want to, because I think they want to make Netflix a big show, the first Raw, a big show,
I
So
guess
why not
so.
put a title match on it, right?
Yeah.
All right, and what do you think is gonna happen Finn and Judgment Day? Because there hasn't exactly been a positive vibes between Finn and Dom.
Man, at
Lately.
this point, I'm waiting for them to split up Judgment Day because I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm really not. And
I want the Demon Finn back, and I think Judgment Day is holding that back. I think it's holding the best of Finn.
you know
Now it does.
they are saving the Demon versus Damien at WrestleMania. You
Oh.
know that's happening.
I don't know if the Demon works with a heel Finn though. In WWE at least. I think he needs to be a face.
Or the way Vince was handling the Demon.
Yeah.
Finn.
I mean, to be fair, he protected him to a degree because he
I'll
was
say
undefeated until I can't
until
remember. Maybe Bray, right?
Extreme Rules. No
Was
one
it Bray that beat him?
Huh?
Who beat him? Who beat him when he was
Roman
Demon?
Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Remember because he
he
tripped
slipped
off the he slipped off the turnbuckle. God,
Yeah, it was horrible.
I hated that. And then he should have beat Edge at WrestleMania in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
That Edge should not have went over on that.
If Edge was leaving WWE at the time, he should have put Finn over. Like,
Yeah, because
I
he
mean,
ended up
didn't leave for
having
a
the
couple
last
months,
match against
but yeah.
Sheamus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they are going to bring the Demon back,
Have
he
him
needs
win.
to, he needs to beat Damien.
Because he lost twice. The Demon version lost twice in a row.
Yeah.
I know it's not. He only brings it out like very in the special occasions, but like it's supposed to be a special presentation, right? Like,
Yes.
He should
then
he should just come back as a Joker. Remember he did it.
Oh yeah. Remember now the main. I mean, he did have different forms as Joker. I think he did Carnage once or Venom.
He did
One
both.
of them in NXT back at the years ago. Now the main event was Bloodline versus Bloodline. Now this main event was actually good. This main event.
Oh, before we get to the Bloodline, I do want to say, I think Dominic is like getting some momentum right now. Like people are starting to cheer him a tiny bit. Like they're not booing him out of the building as much. His backstage promos are good. Like he actually beat Damian Priest. He's holding that over everyone's head. And then his matches with Gunter, even though he still ended up losing. Like
he got killed.
Yeah, but this last match he had with Gunter, like he actually was holding his own for a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm like, are they slowly building the stock of Dominic?
Good.
Like,
Dominic's gonna win Royal Rumble and win the title.
he's gonna win Money in the Bank. Mark my
Oh,
words.
I can see that.
When he was going on for the 619, he was getting cheered.
Yeah.
They were cheering him.
Like he's
So,
getting
yeah.
over slowly, but
The main event was. I love the main event. Yeah, there were some intense, and some intense moments, like when Roman like CM Punk wanted to come out early, but Roman's like, no, you go, right?
Dude, I was expecting him to slap the mess out of him.
Have you seen all the cage footage or the like, inside the cage?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That they showed that. I think they just released that like the other day. It's funny when you watch it all together. It tells its own story from inside the cages.
Yes.
and there's crazy. I like the ending how they just made Solo like they give him the super kicks. Um, Punk go to sleep. Sammy's able to haluva kick, and Roman would finish with the spear. I like how they just like this is all like Solo finally got his comeuppance right from the Bloodlines plus CM Punk, and I know there's injuries that came out. Like Bronson Reed's can be out. I think one Uso, Jimmy broke his toe, and I think was it Jacob Fat too who hurt himself, but I think it'd be fine.
There's a lot of
Oh,
people. No, Tongaloa got
Tonga Loa
injured.
Tories.
Tonga.
Yeah, Tories
Jimmy,
bicep.
Oh
Jimmy
yeah, he
got
wasn't there on
injured.
SmackDown. Tongaloa, yeah.
Tongaloa and obviously Bronson Reed got
But
injured.
Tongaloa, I'm not surprised because he's not really good in the ring. I mean, like he's like,
Unless he's in a tag team with Taba. So,
yeah.
But
Oh,
they
I also
needed them.
think
They needed them there for the numbers though, because
Jacob
he's been
Fat
injured before
too.
as well.
Jacob Fat
yeah.
too. Was it Jacob Fat? Which one was it? Fat too who did a splash off the cage like Rikishi did?
No, it was Bronson.
Bronson did a
Bronson.
tsunami off the cage and broke
And
his.
Jimmy went through the table off of the cage, and that's how.
Yeah, yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, like his father, because his father did the cage match. I think like Val Venus, like years ago.
Uh huh. He
And
broke
then
his toe. Jesus.
and then we got Paul Heyman, right? What's the promise? The thing is, the promise that Heyman he
Favor.
promised to Punk
The favor.
the favor. Yeah,
What is the favor?
what's the favor? Now, some people are speculating that Heyman is going to move off of the Bloodline and go manage to CM Punk. Um, that'd be interesting.
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because like he's not. Because like, I mean, some people are speculating that like, oh, he can politic his way of
Eh,
getting a main event
Do
title
you
shot at WrestleMania. But I'm like, I don't think Punk wants to earn it that way.
do you remember
Um,
SmackDown when Punk and Roman had that meeting and Punk mentioned the favor and Roman Reigns mentioned it's like just when mentioned to Heyman, it's like what favor and Punk and Heyman didn't say.
It's like we'll have all the
Yeah,
time
we'll worry
to
about it
talk
later.
about that, and I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
that means that either Punk having him as his wise man full time, or he's going to politic his way to get Punk a title shot at WrestleMania.
Well,
Yeah.
he did kind of allude to that anyway when he was on the turnbuckle pointing at the imaginary side.
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
that's
calling
true.
a
It's
favor
like
to-
That's true.
I have some some sources to help me get to that journey. So I'm like, okay.
All right. Let's talk about. I don't think. Did you see NXT Deadline?
I watched a little bit of it. I know who won and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
our girl Julia won Finbar.
Yeah, I should have watched it. I haven't watched it, but I should have because
She
Julia
won
won.
the
I'll probably watch
the.
that match. I'm not really interested in the rest.
It was a stacked main event too. They had like Dari. Is this Zaria or Zaria? Steffi Von Kier, Soluka, Julia, and what's her name? That woman who lost. That woman who's like shouldn't really be in that match, but got lucky to be in that match. But she was like
Oh
taking
yeah,
a fall.
yeah. I got it.
Taking the fall for everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
Julia won. She's gonna get her another title match against Roxanne
better
Perez.
win.
I
She
think
better win it.
she has to win this time.
Yeah, I
Roxanne
think
is probably
so.
ready to move on. Like she's been.
No, she's been ready, man. Like you're already the longest reigning NXT champion. It's like, and you've beaten everybody. It's like,
Yeah.
and also we'll talk about the trades with the main roster. If she doesn't get called up, what are we doing here?
Oh yeah, that's prime for her to move then because that's happening that trade window.
I
When
also
is the title shot? When is she getting the? When she,
I think New Year's Evil.
when is that after
Um,
New Year or before? Or what?
I'm not. That's New
New
Year's
Year's-
Evil. No, it's like next month.
is that
in January.
before the Raw on Netflix?
I don't think. Oh, let me check.
Is that when they're going to start moving people on
2025.
that Raw or?
Or SmackDown?
Let me check. It's the date. January. It's actually January 7th.
So it's the day after
Day after
Raw on
the-
Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
So they might might have them go to SmackDown. SmackDown needs the talent, especially if they're still thinking about having it go 3 hours. They need to fill that roster more. And
They've not also they have in the past moved the champion to.
Um,
They've done it before, right? We've moved an NXT champion to Raw, SmackDown, and then
Kevin
had
Owens was
Glory.
Kevin Owens was on the main roster. He was NXT champion.
I think Paige was as well. She was moved as a champion, and then
Paige, yeah, she was called up as NXT champion. She got stripped because she was called up.
that's
Owens
like,
lost.
yeah, that's like I heard rumblings that they might call up Trick. So I think Obafemi is taking that
Oh,
time.
definitely. I agree with you. I think Femi is going to be the champion. I think Femi is definitely going to win it, and Trick is going to get called up for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm, as there's if there's any one guy that Trick should lose the title to, it's Obafemi. Obafemi is ready to be a main event. It is been ready to be a main eventer on NXT. Just look at it: the size, the power, the
he's a
personality.
big dude.
Yep. Longest rating at the North American champions. Like,
He lost to Tony D'Angelo. And Tony D'Angelo's been in NXT for like since the beginning, since they changed it.
yeah, since the 2.0 era.
Like this guy's been. Why is this? It's like they have no idea what they're gonna do with him on the main roster. They keep him down there. He's like everybody he's been in NXT with at the beginning is all on the main roster. He's just still down there for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think it's because, like, yeah, the NXT still needs some star power, especially that's having that new deal in CW. Like,
the star power's on the female side.
oh yeah, they are the bread and butter of NXT right now. But it's like, they don't want to call up everybody. They still want to have like
Mhm.
a substantial roster for the men. Ever since the CW stuff, like, they still want to have people there that's relevant. So I don't know.
And it's like
Good thing they had that WWE ID stuff. Call up some more people. Monopolize.
That's a good idea, though. Locking these people down, like
It is a
people not
brilliant
anywhere
business
near
move.
WWE, locking them down in their contract.
Yep.
well, AEW forgot to go sign Stephanie Valkyrie. And there's them walking to WWE.
That's what you get.
That's what you get. And like,
Well, AEW forgot to run their company properly as well, so there is that.
AEW's been hard to watch lately.
It has. It really has. I'm like, God, man.
Who is Mox? I don't understand Moxie's. What is he trying to do? Like, what's his agenda? What is their
Yes. What is this
is that
Death
not-
Rider story? I don't.
Yeah.
understand it.
like?
Is that not resolved? It's
Nope,
You still don't know
it's-
what's happening. They don't know
Nope.
what they're doing, right?
They don't know what they're doing. Some people are saying, "Oh, they're trying to make an NWO storyline." I'm like, the NWO had a clear goal. The NWO was to destroy WCW and make everything their own. Like, what is this?
Yeah, we don't know what the goal is with them.
Yeah, all the everybody except Leader U is XWE guys, but like, sorry, but they're not like.
I don't even think
Hogan,
it's about
Natural
that
Hulk.
anymore. I don't even think
I
that's
don't
about
even know
that.
what and they're trying to make Darby Allin the Sting. And I'm sorry, Darby Allin. Don't fucking crash a car again because you were busted open. Don't do that. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I know it's Darby Allin, but like,
Yeah, he's gonna keep doing that dangerous crap for no reason.
what if he got really really hurt there? Like, what if he actually did?
I think that's what he's trying to do, though. He's trying
Well,
to really do it
he
himself.
wants to die.
I think he does.
Darby,
Dude,
I think he wants to kill himself.
I don't think he could build. I don't think he could build a company around Darby Allin because you don't know if he's gonna. If you don't know if he's gonna be healthy or not.
man, like, I hear like they're trying to put the world title on him, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I don't. Yeah, he looks. Yeah, I'm concerned about him being a world champion too. And they got other stars there, like who could go up against Moxie's team, but
Dude, like, this is like the biggest problem. Like, their roster is still, I argue, one of the best rosters in pro wrestling right now.
they didn't know how to use it.
But they don't know how to use them.
The
WCW,
fact that
man.
they've got
Just like WCW.
the fact that they've got Omega and Okada on the same contracted to the same
Okada
company,
hasn't been seen.
and they're not.
Yeah,
even-
what-
and they're talking about putting the title on that skinny guy.
I do like the idea that Jay White is being featured. I like Jay White. I think he's
Yes.
a definitely main vendor. Hangman Page. I mean, like,
Dude, Hangman Page got the short end of the stick
Yeah.
after that the last match he had with Swerve, and they just don't know what to do with him after that. Like he should be going after the world title.
Yeah. Well, I think he is kind of right. I think like because I think he is in
Oh,
the
but
title picture.
they're too busy putting him on random matches on Collision and shit. I'm like, dude,
Oh, nobody watches Collision.
no one watches Collision, and I didn't know Rampage was still happening.
I-
but it's just ridiculous. And then I'm very concerned about the Hurt Syndicate too. I'm very concerned about them.
Mhm.
Are they not doing all right though?
They're doing okay so far.
They're being used better there than they were in WWE, right?
Well, there will be
I-
for sure. They were
I don't-
screwed here in WWE.
Yeah, like that. I definitely think there was a wasted opportunity with them in WWE. But like I'm hoping that they don't do the same thing with them in AEW, man. It's like because this is a really cool stable that they have, and then them teasing Ricochet coming in too, because they originally wanted Ricochet in the Hurt
They're
Business when
getting
they were
the
in
other
WWE.
guy. They're probably gonna get the other
He
guy.
doesn't.
The
I don't think
Acclaim is
Ricochet
gonna
would fit
break
it.
up. I think the Acclaim is gonna break up, and I think it's gonna be Matt
I don't
Cass.
want the freaking Acclaimed.
The thing is, Anthony
here.
Bowens is a better wrestler than Matt Caster. The
Yeah,
other
he is.
guy,
Obviously, yes.
like he,
But no, we do not need Max Caster or the Hurt Business or Hurt Syndicate. We don't need that. I don't
And-
need that.
Ricochet has actually been decent on AEW, but I feel like he's in the same position AEW was in WWE.
That's exactly why he needs to join the Hurt Syndicate.
Who
Yeah,
was
he
the
sucked.
Who was the fourth guy that was with them in WWE?
Cedric
Cedric.
Alexander.
Is Cedric still on a contract with
He's in the
WWE?
NXT.
They
He's
need to release
barely
him.
on
He should get his
He's-
release and go.
He's in a tag team with I don't know the guy's name. Adonis. They got sent down. Is it Adonis from that what's the group called that had AJ Francis and Swerve at one point and BFAB?
Oh, Hit Row?
Hey Ro, I think so. Oh yeah, he's not BFAB is wrestling. I'm like, oh my god, what
Shanti the Adonis, is that his name?
Shanti, yeah, him.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know he was still there.
Well, he was released. and
Ironically,
brought
the only
back.
one that made it was BFAB.
BFAB
Still the one
is
that made
they're
it.
pushing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because
Oh.
they needed women for the tournament. So
So last week we actually got 2 heel turns in 1 week. And New Day, we're definitely talking about that more in the
Oh, man.
DIY. Let's talk about New Day because that's what got everybody talking. Now, I like that because everybody thought like, oh, Xavier Woods is gonna turn on Kofi, or Kofi's gonna turn on Xavier. Nope, they both turned.
they
And it was
both
a
turned
good-
on Big E. Oh my god!
Great turn too. Like
Yes.
he did because they had him there, and Big E was there trying to, I'm here now. I'm here to help fix our issues. I may not be able to wrestle, but I can manage you guys. And you saw Xavier Woods be like, "You haven't been here," and he mentions everybody who has come back from neck injuries, right? Like Edge,
Yeah.
Paige. I don't think he said Paige, but
He says Angle in Austin.
yeah, Ed, yeah, Austin.
Austin, Kurt Angle.
I didn't expect Kofi to chime in. Like I was thinking, Kofi, really? Kofi, like I know the New Day was heels for the first time, but like the one character I could never really truly see as a heel was obviously even back then was Kofi.
They were
Yeah.
heels at the beginning, but they were goofy shit eating grin heels, right? They weren't like
This is not. I don't
This
want to
is-
be that. I don't want to be goofy as
when
shit
they come
heels
out
now.
next. If they don't come
No.
out to like, they're not coming out to that music.
It's
No,
a new
they have to
day.
do
Yes,
things.
it
They're
is.
coming out, yeah, but it'll be it's a new day. Yes, it is. Like
They
that.
have to have new music. They have
And
to
it'll
have new
be
music.
dun,
and
dun, dun,
new-
dun,
new-
dun, 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 and it'll be just all in Latin, right? It'll
Well,
be-
they can't. I don't want because it's a new day. Yesterday, isn't that what Big E says? Is that him? His
but
line?
they can.
Yeah,
they
that's
can-
him.
One
That's
of the
him.
other guys.
Well,
can
that
do
has
it.
to be gone, right? That should be taken away.
Yeah, that music's gone. But I
want it
also
to go-
like
I want it to be like it's a fucking new day. Yes, it
Cast of the
fucking
Emperor,
is.
though.
Like that.
That'd be hilarious.
On Netflix, right?
get some hip hop.
First ring, the first segment in Netflix. It's a fucking new day. Yes, it
Gonna-
is.
They ain't gonna say the F
Motherfucker.
word. They're not gonna say the F word. That's not happening.
They
But-
will get away with it though. Like when The Rock comes back and starts cussing, they'll get away with it, and they won't believe it.
We will see. We will see.
There'll be the odd F bomb, DL. You know there will be. Come on.
No, no, because like they still want those advertisement money. They still want the
They don't
sponsorship.
need
Yeah.
it. They got $5 billion. They don't
um,
fucking need it, man.
that's it. I am interested to see how they're going to handle the whatever the censorship is, how far they're going to go. But like, I don't know. We will see.
But there
Uh,
won't be any actual ad breaks like there is in current network TV, right?
well,
Because it's
it
Netflix.
depends on the tiers that they have. Like for what subscriptions people have for Netflix. Like if they have the stuff with ads, then they're going to play the ads in
But
between. But
what I
if
mean is, so the show is being broadcast live, and you've got the top tier of Netflix. There should be no break in your viewing, then, right? You will get no ads.
I think at most you're gonna have the wrestlers do like their typical ads, like Slim Jim and stuff like that, or
Yeah. You know how the network does it? The network, between matches, right? They have like 5-10 minutes. Might do something a little similar to that, but just
or they show
spun up.
the like with the PLEs because
Yeah. Yeah.
they had they show if you have the ad free stuff, then you'll see like the promos before a
Yeah.
match starts.
The
Yeah.
PLE, the time between matches is like 5 to 10 minutes long. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not used to watching it the way you guys watch it on TV because I don't watch it on TV. So when I'm watching it, all the ads are cut out. So
Oh yeah, you do have that thing. That's lucky y'all. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see how they'll handle that. But yeah, getting back to the New Day stuff, what I also like, it's a similar thing with Kevin Owens when he turned because like
On Jericho.
in a w-
On
no when
Jericho
Kevin
or
no when he turned on
on Mo?
Cody
Oh,
because
okay.
it's another thing of like they actually have a point. Similar to
Yeah.
with Kevin Owens, it's like you actually understand what he's coming from with that because like yeah, Big E like now is telling them like, yeah, I'll be a manager with you guys, even though he could have done that something like that a long time ago, and bringing up the fact that he never actually had to have surgery on his neck, and so it's like he could have came back sooner if he wanted to, but then he decided to do other stuff. So it's
has he
like
really been away for that many years? I think we're saying like 3 years or
2
something.
years, maybe
it's been
two.
about at least 3 years.
Almost three.
A long
Yeah. I
time.
think. I think 2022. So it'll be 3 years soon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, everyone's saying that we miss Big E. Where's Big E? Where's Big E? I was one of those people. Like I was missing Big E. It felt like something was missing with the New Day, and then it's like
Yes.
and they're saying that they've been a burden on them,
X.
So it's like, wow. I'm like,
Big. Big E. The absence of Big E really watered down New Day to a regular tag team. It was just
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Just there. After being one of the top tag teams in the world
hmm
for a lot most for almost a decade. They just that injury just really derailed their wasn't their stardom. Like it wasn't the same.
It made them
Wasn't the same.
stale. Yeah, they,
Made them
yeah,
it became
stale.
stale and needed this. What's happening now? This is going to make them. This is going to make them interesting again.
yeah.
Because they definitely needed something to.
The
They
worst
need,
thing I think that happened to them was that burial Kofi had against Lesnar. That really fucked them. I think
well, that fucked
just to be
Kofi.
taken serious.
Oh, that 6 seconds with
Six
Kofi.
second
God,
defeat to Brock Lesnar, yeah.
yeah,
Because all that he went through to win the title, like the gauntlet matches and all that he went through to get into that
yeah,
WrestleMania match. To take it
Yeah.
off him like that on SmackDown,
yeah,
he just showed that like Vince had no faith in him whatsoever.
yeah.
Well,
It was the crowd that pushed that.
That's a that was a crying shame.
Yeah, it should never have went down
hey,
like that.
hey, at
No.
least Brock was willing to work with Kofi. I mean, Brock was not willing to work with Jinder
If you
Mahal
want
at
to call
all.
that, work, Aaron,
You
that
want
is
to work with that,
very,
like,
very,
I
very
mean,
loose term.
dude.
Brock
The
has said,
only
"I'm not willing
reason
to
to
work.
work with
I'm
them
not
is
willing to
like,
work. Take the title off Kofi. I'm not willing to work with them." I mean, he did that to
No, I
Jinder
mean
Mahal, man.
he went. He did one move though, Aaron. He did an F5. That was
Dude,
the only thing he did.
yeah,
yeah,
It
literally, I
wasn't
would have
even
been
working.
surprised if Brock was like, the only way I'm going to work with him is if one, I take that title from him, and two, I beat him in 6 seconds.
Brock was probably like the only way I'm going to do a match on television
Is
is
that
if I
that
don't
one
have to
thing?
break a single bead of sweat doing it. And
Yep,
it's exactly what he did.
yep.
Kofi did all the work. He jumped into his arms.
Fuck Brock Lesnar, man. Um,
yeah, he's not coming back. I don't think he's coming back.
You never know.
He
I
almost came back sometime this year, but the shit came out.
If
about
he
him.
comes back, I want Braun Breaker to beat his ass.
Oh yeah,
That's all I want.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Braun versus Brock.
Yeah, I want that match, and I want Braun to kick his ass. But anyway, um, so is Biggie coming back in the ring soon? Is he going to show up in the Royal
I
Rumble?
think he will. Everybody who has neck injuries eventually comes back.
Is he cleared or what? Do we know?
Well, they,
Okay.
they teased in the promos like until I'm medically cleared, I'm going to be the manager. And then Xavier's like, let's stop teasing the fans. We all know you're not gonna be medically cleared. So why
Yeah.
don't you go back to your desk and we'll call you when we need you. So I feel like that's a tease that he's possibly going to come back really soon. At least I
Yeah.
hope so.
It breaks the two of them. That'd be good.
Yeah.
He'll probably. I think he'll come back. I think it will.
He'd have to, right? If that's, there's no way they would do all this angle without him coming back to get his revenge on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how big of a pop that's going to be when
Yeah,
he
that's
shows up
another
in
one
the
as well.
Rumble?
His return pop there would have been bigger had he not been paraded around on TV doing analyst stuff for so long. They should have kept him away from TV, so that when he did
The
show
thing
up last
is,
week,
he has been doing analyst stuff for Primo Live event, except New Day has never been on a Primo Live event like in forever.
but because he's been on
He can't
TV though,
manage.
Aaron, what I mean is you're used to seeing him. You know what I mean?
A little
Yeah,
bit.
If you're not used to seeing him, the pop is bigger when they come back.
but wherever you, oh man, I didn't expect it from Kofi.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he's going to handle his turn.
We're gonna see how the New Day's heel turns tonight, right? Like, see what the direction they're going with the turn. But
Yeah.
I did not expect to see DIY's heel turn.
I expected
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
I-
that to
I thought
happen
it-
because like they can't afford to split up a tag team right now,
Yeah,
and
And they
so
were never
Yeah.
going to do a rerun of the split in NXT either. They were always going to do something a bit different,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it made sense for the two of them to turn.
yeah,
The thing is, you're right because in the split in NXT, that wasn't teased. There was nothing about.
No.
There was nothing teased about. There was no dissection between the two. Nobody was having issues. That just came out of nowhere. Chamba just
Yeah.
turned on here with this story. With this story, it seemed that they're going to split because of Champa.
No,
But
but
that
they'll
was
never
all
redo
ruse.
that as well because they referenced that split from NXT
Yeah.
as well.
Michael Cole
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. It's like I don't think they could recreate what they already did with that,
And-
because like they already did so much when
and-
they were rivals. Like I
And
don't think,
Garno and Champa have never been heels together because every time one's a heel, the other's a face.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right?
So
Okay.
and they needed that because DIY was like cold. So they needed to do something. They need to do something to freshen up their character.
I think the great tactic. I think it goes. I think both of them can go in a singles. I think both of them can be single stars.
They
Oh,
can
they
be, but
absolutely could, but
you got to stay as a tag
John-
team for now.
they
Johnny
need
Gargano
tag
was-
teams.
Yeah, that's true. Johnny Gargano was so damn hot in NXT. He was like one of the hottest things in WWE at the time. After that betrayal, I remember
Yeah.
the pops he was getting in NXT.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was. People just
then-
loved him, but he always lost to Ciampa though.
Yeah.
When-
Yeah.
when they
But then he went to
when-
the roster. The crowd went mild. So it's just like, dude, it's like, Dutch, you don't know who this is. It's Johnny Gargano, man. But they're like,
And,
nope,
and when they introduced Ciampa, they have immediate line with the Miz.
the Miz.
Really?
God damn it. That dude that almost killed his momentum, bro.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Finbar?
Well, they fucked all that up as well because you remember, I don't know whether this was because of travel issues with the SmackDown roster, but it maybe wasn't. It was probably they were calling up a bunch of NXT guys, and they called up Ciampa and Gargano at the same time.
Yeah,
and
that's
none of
the Saudi Arabia plane issues. Yeah.
was it, and it was like
Yeah.
in the midst of their feud in NXT, and it was just kind of forgotten about. 'cause
Oh
Vince
yeah,
didn't
yes.
obviously watch NXT, so he ruined
Yes.
it.
Do you remember early 2019? They had like DIY as a tag team on the main roster. Well, one of them was a heel, one of them was a face. For a little bit, they tried to tease and they had like Ricochet and Aleister Black as a tag team.
Yeah, that was
Like,
during that time, right?
I remember
Yeah.
that. I don't remember the heel face DIY stuff though. I think the only thing I remember with them is like when they were both like singles and like Ciampa was the NXT champion and Gargano was the North American champion and they tag teamed a couple of times And I think they both
Yeah.
were heel, but they were both single stars. So that's the only thing
Yeah.
I remember from
I think
that.
that was that time. That was during that time. But they went back to NXT
Yeah.
eventually for whatever reason. I don't even know
Yeah,
why.
he
It
yeah
just
Gargano
bounced
was
again.
a heel though. No, before the heel turn on Ciampa, he was a heel with Aleister Black, right? Then he turned face again or something.
Maybe. Maybe.
Then
I
because he cost Aleister Black the title, because Aleister Black was champion, and I think Ciampa became champion because of Gargano costing Aleister Black the title. I
I do
think.
vaguely remember Ciampa being a face and Gargano being a heel in NXT.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, yes, that happened.
when
Ciampa
he
did become
was with the when Gargano was
way.
with the way, yeah.
Yeah, that was
You're right. Okay.
yeah. Ciampa was a face in NXT when the way was happening. I mean, that's how Gargano turned heels um it's when he cost Ciampa, I think, a title match on an NXT event against Adam Cole. I think it was Adam Cole versus Ciampa, and I think Gargano turned heel, costing Ciampa the title, and then Candice LeRae turned heel on the cinematic match between Ciampa and Gargano.
Alright. They had Theory in that group as well, right? He was there.
Who?
Austin Theory. He was there, right?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
he played dumb. He's like the dumb guy. Yeah, Dexter Loomis too.
Oh yeah.
Be right back.
The is that the? Did you see the what was it SmackDown? Was it SmackDown that had the Michael Cole
Not important.
interviewing Kevin Owens in the car? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
That,
yeah,
that- I thought that was comedy gold, man. You know when he got out of the car and he said to him, "Get out of my car, get out of my rental car."
yeah.
And then he gets out and he goes, "Wait, Michael Cole, wait a minute!" And he comes back and he rolls the window off. On him.
Yeah, he trolled him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That's I kind of hope, and I know it's a long shot, but I kind of hope Owens beats Cody, takes the title from him at
A lot of
Saturday
people
night's
want
main
that to
event.
happen. A lot of people want that
I
to happen.
hope so. It would be the most interesting story for him to lose
Yeah, but
again.
I think Cole Bullets would win it back right away from him.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't because I think that having it on Owens makes sense with the bloodline because he'll
But
go after so the face Roman will be going after
but
the
at the
heel
same
Owens.
time, there's a little wrench called "If you smell what the Rock is cooking." So we don't know, like, if he's going to hold that title for Rock when they face off at WrestleMania, or something, or I don't know, or it's like there's even some rumblings that like Cody wants to fight John Cena at WrestleMania, and then there's some people that want him to still fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. So it's
Wow.
like we don't even know.
Are we thinking?
Okay.
Are we sold on the idea that it's going to be Rock Roman at Mania
Okay.
Do I
or
want that
Cody
to
Rock?
happen? Is that my preferred thing? Absolutely. But um am I
If,
confident that's going to happen?
if,
No.
if The Rock just decided to make a cameo at the end of Bad Blood and nothing comes out of it, I'll be angry. Like, I'll be
Also,
mad.
when they had Solo in the crowd saying this is part of the plan. So if there is a plan there, we
Yeah,
need to
there's a
know. We need to
plan.
see a payoff to it. Otherwise, that's a
Yeah.
big.
Long-term storytelling.
But it needs to be paid off at some point.
At some point.
And the Rock ain't getting any younger. He's not got
Yeah.
many more manias in him.
Yeah, it's like I don't think they should be pushing this off till WrestleMania 42 or whenever they decide to do WrestleMania in England, whatever. Like they need to take the opportunity like now.
Yeah, it needs to be this Mania where they get the Rock Roman match.
But then again, it's like there's so many wrenches being thrown. It's like
But that's good
I
though,
mean,
DL.
it's kind of a good thing because like yeah, we don't
Yeah.
exactly know where the direction's gonna go because like there's so many
This
scenarios.
is
Like,
what I used to hate about the not so much the attitude area. Well, I mean, I suppose it was to a degree because you always thought, yeah, Austin or The Rock will be in the mix.
yeah,
But nowadays you don't know. You were able to like easily telegraph who was going to be in the main event if they were all healthy back then.
right. Yeah, it's like
But these days you don't know.
the fact that I could see 3 to 4 scenarios for like 3 different wrestlers that could happen, like that's nuts. It's
Yeah.
like
Hmm. All right. So the transfer window, man. That's the bubble. I think it's called the transfer bubble window, whatever.
Bubble.
transfer bubble. Yeah, they need to do this, especially especially with the Netflix stuff and then the rumors of SmackDown going 3 hours. This is something that need to happen. So,
Yeah, this is definitely Netflix influencing this.
But they
Yeah.
should just do it anyway, twice a year, once after Mania, and then another time after
So
Survivor
how does
Series.
it work? Like,
Well, they haven't told us yet.
They haven't told us yet. I think it's just going to be like regular trade-ins or whatever, or call-ups randomly. I don't know. I don't know.
They'll probably be
Yeah.
because they were saying they were setting up and saying that the GMs were
So-
all talking, so it'll be like an agreement between the GMs to.
I assume we're gonna have some
What?
SmackDown superstars on tonight on Raw. Like they did,
Maybe.
This past SmackDown.
I think so.
But do we not think any movement happens until Netflix?
Probably not. They're probably going to wait
Well-
at least till after
The last
Saturday.
SmackDown stars are scheduled to be on Netflix anyway. I think Cody, Roman, Becky Lynch. I think is coming back on Netflix.
Well, it's all going to be on Netflix for us, Aaron.
Yeah.
No
yeah,
matter what.
for non-Americans, yes, everything's
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Ner-
Because they all, I don't know if there's going to be that much switching around right now because like after Saturday night's main event, that's where we're going to start getting into the holiday season, and the holiday seasons are when they like. Once we're going to get some more tape shows, and they're probably not
yeah,
going
they
to
usually
that,
tone it down.
that big storylines going on. So I think we're going to start getting into the slow season again after Saturday night's main event, and then the beginning of the year, that's when shit's
Just-
going to hit the fan. So.
Survivor Series to like January is usually a slow wrestling. Like it's not really they really don't put the best stuff.
Yeah.
But this year it feels different because of Netflix.
Yep.
Like it's different this year.
So
Usually-
Netflix is the 6th, right? January.
Usually they don't. They usually
January
don't pick
6th.
up. They usually don't pick up steam until like January. Usually,
Yeah, so they're
because
probably going to tape Raw on the 23rd and probably SmackDown on the 27th, and then I'd imagine.
yeah,
I
double
imagine.
walled up SmackDown.
I don't know whether they do live
I
one
just-
on the 30th and another one.
I
on
think-
SmackDown on the 3rd.
I think it's pretty confirmed Becky Lynch is coming back on Netflix. I think she signed a deal because there's that picture of her with some of the wrestlers at the Netflix event or wherever. WWE, and there's a picture of her with for Triple H, Cody, and all these other, and her husband at the Netflix of running from a Netflix sign or something. So I think she's pretty much signed her deal and she's coming back. I think she's coming back. That's
Okay.
yeah.
I don't
wouldn't
miss
be-
her, if I'm being honest.
The thing is, the roster. The thing is, the women's roster is really stacked in all WWE. The thing is, they might have Bailey win the U.S. title. Bailey.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't, who's in the tournament
gets
right
it?
now?
Who gets into the final of that then? Tiffany Stratton and Bailey.
I don't think Tiffany's going to do it either because she has money in the bank. So
I
why
had
would
a
they-
thought about that though, DL. I had a thought that that's the final. Those two. Bailey beats her, and then Tiffany hits her with a case and cashes in and wins the title.
Oh please no! Not on the
That's
fucking
stupid.
U.S. title.
No,
They've
not
done
on the
that bef-
U.S. title.
They've done that before with Austin Theory. He cashed in for it.
Yeah, but he lost.
It doesn't matter, but they've done it before. So it's Preston's. That's just. I had. It was just a thought in my head. I thought that's.
It's gonna be
Well,
decided.
Triple H is not great at.
That'd be
Yeah,
bad.
that sounds
winning
like
the
that sounds like a Vince McMahon thing.
It really does. It's just like we all want Tiffany
Oh, Mitchell's not
cashing.
going to beat Tiffany
She's
Stratton.
taking
no
it
way.
from Nia. I think that's.
So the semifinals is Bailey versus Chelsea Green and Minchin versus Tiffany Stratton. There's no way Tiffany's going to lose to Minchin.
I don't
think-
know because if the if
This December is the semifinals. This
who's Bailey against?
Chelsea Green. I like to
So
see
if Chelsea. I'd like to see Chelsea. Get
I
to
want
the
Chelsea
final.
Green. Gosh darn it!
And it would make sense for her to go up against a face in Mitchin, and then
yeah.
Chelsea wins the title. I would like to see the title on her.
Yes.
She deserves it. See the bumps that she takes, and doesn't really get the credit for it. She's fucking good, man. She's a good.
Oh, she's a good wrestler.
She's really good in the ring.
Oh yeah. She's good in the ring. She's a good character. Like,
That dumpster bump she took was. I don't know what was in that dumpster when she took that bump, but whatever it was, it wasn't really.
Minchin.
No, it was when Chelsea took it. Remember when she got out of it and they were saying she smelled like trash for
Yeah.
weeks? She took a
That's
dumpster
against
bump.
Minchin. That Minchin.
Yeah, against her, yeah. But
I
it was
can't believe they still
Chelsea.
fucking call her Minchin. Like seriously, what the?
Michin.
Oh my god!
She came out. I think it was last week, and went straight to a little girl in the crowd who had to sign up saying Mia Yim on it. Do you remember? Did you see
Oh.
that?
I
She's
did
pointing
That's
it
a
out. 'cause
bad
look,
name. Can't you just go up to Triple H
Go-
and say, "Can I have my name back?"
Yeah,
they just
Can
said
I
her
can
name
I
back.
be Mia Yim again, please?
And then they can taunt her about it like they're doing with Butch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pete Dunne. Like
And that's hilarious. Was our truth for Pete Dunne, but I'm sorry. Like
part
last week at Raw, he calls it Pete, and Pete Dunne's all confused.
part of me is kind of like salty about this because like Pete Dunne, like remember, was one of the longest reigning NXT UK champions, and now they're just putting him in the storyline with R-Truth, and he's
I don't think
losing.
they've got nothing for him though at the moment. It's better that they just have something silly for him while they're trying to work out what to do with him.
I guess so. It feels like he's in a holding pattern until Tyler Bate comes back.
So we can put
Oh
tag
yeah.
team back together. That'd be. I'd like that if they put that tag team back together. If they've got nothing for them individually.
New Catch Republic.
Or just British strong style.
Please just that. But yeah, so I really hope that it like the rosters will feel more balanced by the time Netflix comes around because like it already felt lopsided as it is. So it's like with them trying to make the shows longer, like the roster they have now is not going to be able to hold for 3 hours. So they need to balance it out, whether it's the trays or with the call ups. SmackDown needs it more. Like when I'm hearing the rumors of like Netflix wants CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes, and everybody was freaking out about that.
That's
But
not
I'm like,
happening.
but at the same time, like the roster is so big, they could afford to do that if they drafted the people properly. They have so
Yeah.
much talent. They should be able to have those three on Raw. But like that's not their thinking right now. So I don't know. Hoping it'll happen. When I saw
Well,
Gunter on SmackDown, I'm like, ooh, wait. Gunter on SmackDown.
sub
Yeah.
champion for champion.
Yeah, swap them. Do it. I want them to do it.
No, I don't like that. I like the idea that the titles are frozen to the show that they're on, like they were doing
Yeah.
last time. Remember?
I don't.
The
I
U.S.
don't like
Intercontinental title always switches brands usually.
And I
But they
guess it
won't
would
do
be
that.
weird. Huh?
They won't do that this time. They won't have the
The
men's
World
and the women's
Championship
IC.
with the WWE Women's Championship.
Yeah, they won't have it like swapped around like that. It was
Also
easy to do
good.
it when you had. I suppose it's better than the Raw and SmackDown women's titles moving brands. That was fucking
Well, they
ridiculous.
purposely. I mean, they purposely got rid of the show, the names of the show and the titles. That's a purpose for a reason.
Unless
I
they
just
like
don't think
they
the men's world title on a separate show from the women's world title is going to make any sense. Just leave them where they are.
or
And
unless
I think
they
the world title fits Raw and the WWE title fits SmackDown. It's always felt like that to me since 2002, since they did it with Brock Lesnar.
actually
Brock-
wasn't I actually liked when the World Championship was on SmackDown and the WWE one was on Raw.
Well, yeah,
But,
in 2002, it was they brought back it was undisputed title, right? The WCW title, they won the WCW.
Well, the first
title.
time they did it, the first time they split the two of them
WWE.
up properly. No, I'm not talking about when Jericho won them. When
Oh.
when WCW properly disappeared,
Okay.
and then the undisputed title was split in two when Brock Lesnar went to SmackDown. Then they
Yeah.
just handed the world title to Triple H.
Triple H, they just
To
had
me,
this.
it felt like
That was a WCW world
Raw.
title too. The Triple
It
H.
wasn't called that though at the time. It was just called the
No.
World Heavyweight
But it
title.
was the exact belt though.
It was the exact belt, yeah. But it was, in fact, I don't. It was a reworked version of it because it had a WWE logo on the top of it.
Of course, but yeah.
But it was
obviously.
basically the same title.
It had to be work. It can't call
But
it.
it just felt to me like that, and it felt like those like Triple H wearing it and Lesnar wearing the other one felt like that's where the standard was. You know what I mean?
Oh, the reign of terror of
Yeah.
Triple H.
Well, how long Triple H had it and how long Lesnar had the world title, how many times he won it.
Brock Lesnar did not have it long. I think he lost it to like Big.
It hot shotted around him a little while because he lost it to. I think he lost it to
Triple H. Triple H got that title from Bischoff, and I think he lost it to Shawn Michaels. Actually, didn't Shawn Michaels win in the first Elimination Chamber?
Elimination Chamber.
And
he
then
did.
Triple H won like a month back.
Won it right back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, Michaels was on a part-time schedule and couldn't do it all the
No,
time.
but no, he became full time.
He did, but he wasn't. But what I'm saying is, he wasn't wrestling week to week.
No.
They keep
Triple H
sliding
still
Shawn Michaels, like even like going into
Eh,
going into
a lot,
2007 and 2008, like
a
where
lot of
like
people,
I still
a lot
think
of,
he should have beat John Cena at WrestleMania 23.
a lot
That's
of
all I'm gonna say.
people say Shawn Michaels' second one is his best run. He only won one title in the second one.
Exactly.
Look,
And it's like I said, like I think I'm one of those people that think he should have beat John Cena at
I,
WrestleMania
I
23.
the thing is, I think Shawn Michaels' first run could have been better if he didn't get seriously hurt.
Yeah,
Well, it would never have ended. It would have been. It would have kept on going.
I mean, his attitude is a problem, but like the talent in the ring is, he was that good. It's just his attitude was a problem, but he
Yeah, he
was
was
really
at his
that good.
best. He was at his best in the 90s when he was in better shape.
Yeah,
yeah, before his
That'd be
back
the truth of
back
anybody.
injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was still even with post back, he was still that so good still. Like
Yeah,
that's how
he
good he
still was
was,
really good, but it's like you could tell, like like
Yeah, he lost
especially.
his step, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, you're right about Triple H. In 2003, he lost. Oh, he lost it to Goldberg and Unforgiven, and then he won it like in December.
hmm
December when Batista came back at Armageddon,
and
and then he
then
lost it to Benoit.
lost to the Benoit, and then Randy Orton beat him, and then Triple H won it from him again.
And like a
Yeah,
month later after, or and then he yeah, that's when he lost. He held it to WrestleMania to lose to Batista after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was so happy when Batista beat
the
him.
thing
I'm
is,
like, oh gosh, yes, please.
Triple H was the reign. He was actually before that too. If you really think of 2000, for the first half of 2000, he was no from 99 and 2000. Triple H was hogging the title too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I said Reign of Terror.
Yeah, like 99 to like I don't know 2004.
Terrorizing.
Yeah. Now it wasn't as bad as John Cena's reign because that was ridiculous. But yeah, he was still.
I mean Hogan's NWO days. My God, like I barely
Oh,
wrestled.
Hogan! Oh, Jesus Christ! Yes.
He never wrestled a Nitro. If he did, it was a special occasion, and he only wrestled a couple pay per views. And some match. I mean, the fucking stupidest thing when NWO was hot. Start the Starcade match against Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper beats Hogan, makes him pass out. No title. It was not a title match. The fucking stupid. That's the stupidest thing. Why wasn't it a title match?
I don't
That's
know.
Hogan. To me, that's Hogan.
Yeah, it's Hogan.
Yeah.
You
But
gotta
Hogan
remember-
wrestled 400 days a year. Remember, he's
400 days a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wrestled more than Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, he wrestled. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Roman Reigns is still. Yeah, Roman Reigns has come to Hogan territory in terms of how much he wrestles yearly. He does. Yeah, but Hogan wrestles 400 years. Yeah, Hogan, especially that WO days, man, he wrestled like 5 or 6 pay-per-views a year, and some of them were not title matches. It's like, no, I don't want to put the title on the line, brother. What if Fibber? What's he
Didn't work for
saying?
me, brother. Didn't work for me, brother.
I remember the only time he claimed he used his no complete his creative control card was against Jeff Jarrett Bash at the Beach. That's what he said in the interview. It's the only time he used his creative control card as a Bash at the Beach. The day he got fired. Yeah,
the
right.
pinnacle.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the when it. Yeah, Hogan had like a in WCW when it because in WWE. Well, he did have the title for like 4 years in the beginning. He did wrestle a lot, though. And he did put the title on the line a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did. And yes, he did put the title on a lot, but it was mostly against a lot of jobbers at the time. He did wrestle a lot of jobbers at the time, putting the title on the line. But that's mostly house shows. And Hogan and WCW never wrestled house shows.
Mm.
But yeah, Triple H is winning a terror, man. What about Jeff Jarrett, man, in TNA?
Oh God. that was annoying too. Like, gosh, and of course because it's his company, but
With daddy's. It's daddy's company.
His daddy's company, yeah.
Daddy said sell.
as the founder of TNA Wrestling.
Like Jeff Jarrett is one like Jeff Jarrett was champion in WCW, but he doesn't look he didn't look like a champion, like a world heavyweight champion. He always looked like an intercon or a US title type champion. It's like that's where you know WCW was going downhill, is when they put the title on Jeff Jarrett.
Well, it was more when they put it on like David Arquette. And
God,
Vince Russo.
that's a bit worse. And fucking Vince Russo, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
David Arquette did not want it either. He knew it was a bad idea.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but he was convinced. Bro,
Oh,
I'm telling you, bro. They'll fucking love it, bro.
wasn't Vince Russo came up with that idea?
Yeah, it would be, yeah. Of course it is.
Oh my god, bro. David Arquette
I'm telling you,
champion.
bro.
Oh my god. And also like WCW had like it was, AEW is exactly where WCW was at that point. No direction. They don't know what they're doing right now.
Yep, I'm hoping it's well. It's slowly turning into another WCW, and I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
watching it? Are you both watching it religiously? Do you watch everything?
I'm not watching religiously anymore. Like,
AEW, not as much. I do catch Dynamite from Twitter in the pay per views, but I don't really watch Collision or Rampage. I do read the news on it, obviously, but not as much.
I'm not able to really devote the time to watching it because it's like even kind of a stretch try to watch just the Raw and SmackDowns
It's
even without NXT.
the
But
thing
like
is,
I'm having a hard time keeping up with NXT.
just hearing what Punk said on it was the Ariel Helwani interview that he did. Like,
Yeah,
just hearing that is enough for me to say the guy does it. Tony Khan don't know what he's doing, and it's not going to get any better as long as he's insisting on booking everything because he doesn't know what he's doing.
because look, the thing with WCW, uh, was Ted Turner owned it, right? But he had somebody in charge who knows wrestling to run it.
Well,
And Eric Bischoff,
Ted Turner would have never really been
and
able to book it and all that because he's too busy. So
yeah,
he
because
was
Ted
only
Turner
like,
was not the booker. He just the one that signed the contracts and gave
yeah,
the show like a channel for the show, signed the contracts, do all that shit. But
yeah.
he wasn't the guy writing the storylines or
He had
anything
other
like
things
that.
to be, yeah, he had other things to be
He does
dealing
with
with.
Bischoff.
But
Even
Tony
though
Khan,
Bischoff, even though Bischoff was successful a little bit, Bischoff overall was not very successful. But for a little bit, he was. He caught lightning in a bottle with the NWO stuff.
well, he was in charge when they were beating WWE,
Yeah,
and he was behind the NWO, so
yeah.
you can say he did a lot more good
But
than
if you
most of them.
understand if you didn't get, but the thing, remember when he was in charge when they had Dungeon of Doom, okay?
But anybody else, you could say that he's the only one that succeeded. Everybody else who
True,
ever
true,
tried failed.
true. But then the WCW's own arrogance is stupid creative control. Even at the times as uh Turner Network stuff like that, it got so out of control. Right, wrestlers didn't care, especially the top stars. It got to a point where the inmates were running assignment, and that's what destroyed it. And WWE, on the other hand, Vince was smart. He got talent that was not being utilized in WCW well, like Austin,
Yeah,
Foley, Triple H, Love, even Undertaker in the early days. Undertaker was in WCW. Kane was. He made sure he turned them into stars. Now ECW does have a helping hand in some of those wrestlers like Stone Cold and Mick Foley because he really saw their personality out show in those promotions, especially Stone Cold. When Stone Cold got a chance for the limited time, because he wasn't ECW long, he was there for 3 or 4 months. His promo skills, you got to see what he can do.
I honestly think a lot of that had to do with Paul Heyman in the background because he was being paid
What
by WWE.
I think what really changed WCW in WWE, and we have to end this because Wall's about to start, is when they got Tyson. When they got Tyson, that's when
Yeah,
the tide changed.
yeah.
Okay, like WWE did have celebrities like Rodman, but Rodman was a very
Yeah, but
polarized
Tyson was a
thinker.
fighter.
But
That's why everybody, even
yeah,
I, as a kid, was like,
yeah,
"What's he
Tyson
going
was
to
one
do?"
of the best boxers in the world. Rodman was
Yeah.
was a good player, but he wasn't like the best player in the NBA. He wasn't
Well,
Jordan at the
Tyson had
time.
already done a stretch in prison, right? Yeah, this is after prison, wasn't it?
Yes,
So it was
yeah.
interesting, and
And
it
this
fit
is
the
like a
attitude
couple of
era.
years. This is a couple of years after I think the bite of Holyfield. I think that was '96, maybe. That may have been the same year.
Um,
96 was the bite. I don't know the exact
yeah,
year. I
it
think
was after the bite, right?
yeah, it was after the bite. Yeah, like Tyson was a polarizing figure around the world. Rodman was a polarizing figure in North America as he played basketball. Basketball wasn't really big internationally at the time as now, right?
Rodman was quite well known in North Korea.
Well that's
He
true.
was. He was friends with the previous guy,
Yeah.
Kim
All
Jong Il.
right. I
Friends with
think
him.
we're gonna end it because Raw's in two
Yeah,
minutes,
Ross.
man. Yeah, where we can find you yet?
I find me on my main channel, IMDL, talk about movies and shows. Um, have finally going to get my reviews out for Gladiator 2 and Wicked 2. I mean, just Wicked 1. Wicked Part 2 is coming out next year. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on personal wise, so I haven't been able to keep up with everything as much as I wanted to. But I also posted like reactions to the first couple episodes of Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos. I made them shorts. You can check those out. And I'm gonna have first reactions of Moana 2 as well. So that will come up. And then yeah, as I said, I'm getting my second channel prepped up, D Al's Wrestle Club. You can check me out where we can also talk about everything in the world of professional wrestling. So can't wait to talk. Can't wait to launch that when Netflix Raw goes on Netflix and stuff like that. So that is what's on the horizon.
All right, Finbar.
Catch me over at Frog Tony's. I'll be on Gambling Geeks this Saturday.
Nice.
I don't think there's anything happening on Friday. I think Frogman Friday's going to be on the 13th, but I won't be there for that. But this Saturday I'll be on Gambling Geeks. Catch me there, and I'll
Alright.
be back on with you, Aaron,
Yeah.
at some point, but not for the predictions for main event.
Okay.
I'm going to miss that, so I'll do that via text for you.
All right. Yeah, come check me out for that when you guys later this week, maybe Thursday, Friday. My main maybe the thing is, I don't know if I should do it because of the U.S. title. Semifinals is during the night of Friday, and the finals is Saturday. You know what? Maybe I'll do a quick stream Saturday predictions because we'll know the results from the finals from Friday night. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below.
If you're going to do it Saturday,